All right, so in the next one, we're going to be creating this part here using Revolve as the method to create this solid. So the next step tells us how to start our document. And we want to create a new document, length in inches, on the right plane. New document. This is review 5. And we want to start on the right plane. Actually, let's set our units first. So workspace units is going to be in inches, check mark. And then we're going to start a sketch on the right plane. And then we're going to move to the right plane so we can view it straight on. I'm going to press the P key to hide the other planes. And now the next step is we need a line that is attached to the origin, a vertical line. And then we need a horizontal line that snaps to the midpoint. So the first thing I want to do is, these are both construction lines, change to construction, make a vertical line here. Then I'm going to use the same, I'm going to make a horizontal line, about yay big. And then I want to make this midpoint to that point of origin. We got a bunch of lines to draw. Using the line tool, sketch the lines as shown. Be sure the two indicated lines are not horizontal. These two lines are not horizontal. So let's try to figure out the best place to start. Add a midpoint constraint between the top horizontal line and the end point of the vertical construction line. So this needs to be attached here at the midpoint. So there's no midpoint here. Interesting. And these are not lined up with each other. All right, so let's just do some sketching. This one's not horizontal. Let's just do this. Purposely going out of my way to try to miss that. All right, I'm just looking for the different constraints here. Midpoint, coincident, and so this is one I need to do midpoint. So I'm going to use this midpoint to here. All right. Be sure to include necessary sketch constraints like horizontal and vertical. All right, let's see what happens. Add an equal constraint to each pair shown. These two, these two, these two, these two, and those two. So let's do those and those. Okay, so equal. Okay, and then these two, and these two. I don't remember if I did these two. There we go. Then 4 and 5. These two are equal. These two are equal. Now we got to put in our dimensions. So this is 1.625 and then 1.5. Then the mid portion here is 0.25. And then 3. This is 3 actually degrees. 3 degrees is the angle between the top line and the angled line, not the distance. So I want to measure from here to here. The angle should be 3 degrees. That doesn't look right. Maybe it is. All right, so now we have, using the dimension tool, add the 4 diameter dimensions shown. To place a diameter dimension, click the line the dimension leader is attached to, the line the dimension leader is attached to, and then horizontal construction line. To change the dimension from the radius to diameter, move the mouse below the horizontal construction line, then click. So click the line, then the horizontal construction line. Then you're going to move your mouse beyond that line and then click. Then you're going to make the dimension. So let's start with the one farthest away. This is supposed to be a diameter of 3 inches. So let's go ahead and do that one. So I'm going to click on this guy here, click here, actually just click the line, click the midline, drag away, and click. That didn't do anything. The point. There we go. So drag below that. This is supposed to be 3. .75 and then 1. .75 and then 1. And this one is 0.5. Zoom in. All right. Next, select Revolve. select the sketch profile as the region to revolve and the horizontal construction line as the revolve axis. Be sure the end type is set to full and then accept the feature. So the revolve. So we're going to accept the sketch, use the revolve, select this guy. Then I'm just going to orbit here so you can see this in action. I'm going to click on this horizontal line. And it's not working. Alright, I had to figure this out by watching a little YouTube video over here. Sometimes that happens. So we're at this part where we're supposed to revolve. So you select the sketch profile and the horizontal construction line as the revolve. So you have to basically each step select the window that it's asking for to move on to the next step. So I want to select the revolve. I get this box that opens up. And faces and sketch, this is already selected for us because this is the first step that we have to do. We're going to create a solid and it's going to be a new one. And we want to select the face. There, that's done. Step 1's done. Now, I'm done selecting faces. So I need to move to the next step. So I have to click on this thing here. Now I can click the revolve axis. And there you have it. There we go. So now we're going to move on to the next step. Well, we want to accept that. Click the check mark. I'm not going to rename it wheel. We'll leave it part 1. To edit the appearance, right-click on the wheel in the parts list and select Edit Appearance. So mine's called Part 1. Right-click, Edit Appearance. Change the appearance to any other color. Accept the change. Right-click on the wheel in the parts list and select Assign Material. So this time we're going to actually make it something. So we're going from the imaginary to something more tangible. And I want to do Assign Material. And there's a library here. Cast iron is what we're looking for. Search. Cast iron. All right. Then we're going to look at the mass properties. And it's calculating. So if this size of solid was made out of cast iron, the mass would be just over 1 pound. And then we have the volume and everything. Pretty cool. The other thing, and this is just bonus information, one of the cool things about this program is if I wanted to change one of the dimensions, so say I need more clearance on the center, so I'm going to make that shorter, I can go into the sketch and change the dimensions. So let's say I wanted to shorten this area here. So I want to make this actually, let's make it 0.5 inches. Then click the check mark, and you can see that has changed my shape. So that's one of the really cool things about this program versus AutoCAD, is it's much easier to change your solid just by changing the sketch that's attached to that solid.